Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another video brought to you by SeniorCatWellness.com. Has your cat suddenly stopped eating? In today's material, we'll discuss why cats will go off their food and the potential reasons behind it. Is it food related, health related, or perhaps a combination of both? Before we explore this important subject, let's first take a look at today's topic overview. Cats go off their food when they're unwell and have no appetite. The food itself may have also expired and gone rancid. Alternatively, the cat may be bored with the food and wants something different. A loss in appetite can be concerning for owners. However, unless the cat refuses to eat for more than 48 hours, it should be okay. The old stereotype suggests that cats are finicky eaters, and that is more or less true. This is why you should not panic if your cat turns up his nose at a meal. A one off is really not that big of a deal. When it comes to your cat and eating, it's all about the big picture. Your cat will eventually have to eat one way or the other. If that window comes and goes and your cat is still refusing, then it's time to act. But until then, just keep an eye on your pet and make an attempt to offer up different meal options. Before we get started today, we'd just like to take a moment and dedicate it to you. Thanks for watching. As always, your support is everything. The viewers, it's all about each and every one of you. We are grateful for your support. Thank you for taking time out of your day to spend a few minutes with us. Now, let's get started. Thankfully for you as an owner, the reasons why your cat would suddenly stop eating are not all that numerous. While that doesn't mean that you'll receive a fast resolution, especially if a complex health issue is the reason, it does mean that the problem can be narrowed down, diagnosed, and treated or rectified much faster. It must first be stated that there's a major difference between refusal to eat and loss of appetite. If your cat has no desire to eat whatsoever, and this continues for more than 48 hours, it is our recommendation that you seek professional medical attention for your cat. If your pet seems to be willingly starving itself, then something much bigger than basic food selection is potentially at work. In terms of the notable reasons why cats will stop eating, we offer you these: bored with the same meals, a lack of variety; dental issues that result in pain and or difficulty chewing; gastrointestinal issues; diabetes; illness. This can include anything from an upper respiratory infection to cancer; kidney failure; and pancreatitis. These ailments and conditions usually fall in line with a lack of desire to eat. While an unhappy food selection or dental issue can still mean that your cat is hungry, many of the concerns we've noted can simply steal your cat's appetite altogether. While the list covers a lot of ground in various conditions, some far more serious than others, in terms of your actions in the short term, it's best to not get too caught up in the labels. That's what your vet is for. Always trust the professionals to give you what you need to know as an owner and do the right thing by your pet. In order to spare yourself from stress, your duty is to simply watch your cat, make positive attempts to feed, and just keep track of the time. Here again, anything beyond the 48 hours is a cause for concern. As a side note, pay attention to your cat's water intake. Has your cat been drinking? If the answer is no, then things could be a bit more serious. In prior videos, we've mentioned taking notes. This is another case where that advice can become useful. Make notes of your cat's behavior in every aspect. This can help your vet immensely should a visit be warranted. This category is a bit different, at least it can be in certain circumstances. There is usually a stark difference in being completely disconnected from caring about food and not wanting to eat and wanting food but simply not being able to consume it with confidence. Let's take a look at a few issues where the hunger is there, but the ability to consume is not. Let's begin with allergies. If your cat has allergies, your feline will avoid foods that can prompt a negative response. A survival instinct will kick in and your cat will simply not eat. The next reason is anxiety. Depending on the root cause of the issues, your cat could hide away and not eat for several hours, even a couple of days in some cases. Excessive grooming, harsh vocalization, urinating outside of the litter box can be a symptom of high tension and anxiety. The next concern on our list is injury. We mentioned dental issues a bit earlier. Some dental problems can be so substantial that they can steal your cat's appetite altogether. Other times, your cat could still be quite hungry, yet just doesn't want to risk the pain. Has your cat taken a nasty fall recently? Some level of physical trauma could be the root cause. Broken or fractured jaw, gum damage, Even a throat issue could cause your cat to stop eating as an instinctual exercise just to stay safe. This is similar to the allergy response in many ways. The final quote unquote hungry but won't eat reason that we will cover today is old fashioned fussiness, almost like a child. Some cats can catch a mood every once in a while. Your cat is hungry, but they're just not interested in what you have to offer. Therefore, they'll pout about it. This is why a varied diet is key. Cats need meat and plenty of protein, and that can be achieved while still shaking things up a bit. Different foods and different brands can be the key to success, not to mention different types of meat. Another critical aspect is freshness. Always make sure that your cat's food is fresh from a production standpoint, and always make sure that it is properly sealed. Stale food is a huge turnoff, especially for cats, given that they have such a fine sense of smell and taste. Now that we've covered a plethora of reasons, let's dedicate some time to discussing some helpful tips. We've mentioned freshness and variety, but let's talk about a few more. If your cat simply refuses to eat, yet your pet has been given a clean bill of health, here are a few things you can do. Create a stress free mealtime environment. Warm the food. Offer wet and dry food, especially foods that have a strong aroma. Incorporate different brands of food. One brand of the same meat and flavor could be very different from another brand. Give your cat small pieces of unseasoned cooked chicken and or ground beef. Perhaps mix it in with fresh cat food. This could stimulate your cat's overall appetite and eagerness to eat. And finally, make sure that your cat has plenty of fresh water. There's a chance that your cat could be turned off by food simply because there's not enough fresh water. This is especially true if most every meal is of the dry variety. Here again, as we've noted a few times, pay close attention to everything that transpires during the first 48. That window is very critical. Consult your vet if your cat does not eat during this time frame. While you could simply have a finicky eater on your hands, your lovely pet could also be in the midst of a health crisis. Don't be alarmed, just be responsible. Everything will be just fine. And on that note, that will wrap things up for the video portion of today's material. If you are searching for more information regarding this very important topic, we hope that you make SeniorCatWellness.com your final destination. Please check us out at the conclusion of this presentation. There you will find a high quality article dedicated to everything we've discussed today and so much more. If you'd like to take an even closer look at this subject, we think you'll find the article we've prepared for you just what you're looking for. Are you currently watching us off-site? If so, we encourage you to click the initial link in the description box below. Said link will take you to all of the important info. And until our paths cross again, and I certainly hope they do, we'd like to thank you once again for joining us today. Please have a wonderful day. All the best to you and yours, and we will talk to you later.